with the announcement of Lightspeed as the next endurance bot, looking at the endurance bots we've got, so we've obviously got Hover, we've got Nose Cone, we've got Drift, we've got Lightspeed, and we've got Cosmos. I think that's all the ones for endurance up to now. So I think Freeze's touched upon this, and it's starting getting me thinking again and a bit worried about 5-star batches. So how are they going to work these into 5-star batches? And there's two things that worry me. The first thing is what Freezer sort of covered is there's a lot of melee bots there. So it's not like they can put them into one batch. There's 4 melee and 1 air. So I think they've got to start putting them into batches. So the big question there is, will we start seeing the earlier rework coming into 5-star batches later this year maybe? I agree with Freezes that about a 6-month turnaround is good enough. If you get a bot in endurance, about 6 months later, 8 months later, should come in a batch. I think currently the turnaround's a year, and I think that's a bit long for bringing it out in a 5-star batch. And I think we need sort of the likes of Blue Streak and Leo Prime in a batch by summer, by August, which is quite quick. But I think we do. And I think we need to put Nosecon in that. But again, we're sort of limiting the amount of bots that are going in there. But there's a big problem with putting the reworked bots, the legacy bots, in these 5-star batches. Now, when we get these 5-star batches, we look at them and think, how can we make this batch war worthy? How can we make this so the top players in the game want these bots? So we've already got Blue Streak in there, who I think is war worthy. We've already got Leo Prime, which I think can be in certain aspects. I've got a bit of a project with him that I mentioned earlier that I think he would work well with a certain team. So potential good bots in there. Good additions. Don't think they need anything changing. But let's just say, Nosecon might be a bad example because I think Nosecon is actually quite good. But let's just say that we put Cosmos in that batch. Now, I don't think Cosmos is a warbot. I don't think Cosmos is applicable at the highest level of the game. So the question then is, do we have to rework him again to make him a warbot? If we're going to get these endurance bots in these batches, they need to be warbots. But they've been sold as these bots are not going to be warbots. They're just for leveling stuff. And I think that's a bit of a bad move. I think they've not really thought that through and thought about it. Because what we're going to find eventually is they're going to run out of bots. Let's just say they never put endurance bots in a batch. Let's just say that. It's unlikely. Let's just say that. Eventually they're going to run out of 5 stars, which they are. And they're going to go, oh, we need to put these in a batch now. And you're going to have a batch of bots that are not good enough for wars. By Dale's own admission that they're not there to be war bots. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. Any bot in these 5-star batches should be war worthy at the very highest level. And I think it's complete and utter waste of time to rework bots that we've already worked on. So for me personally, we need to start this process now and creating legacy bots that are war worthy. Because all it's going to do is create a backlog again. And reworking content has already been reworked. And we can't, again, leave them all to the end. We can't leave Lightspeed for another 2 years. Because that's when they're sort of going to start running out of bots in about 2 years' time. Because every bot will have a 5-star version. Because they can't bring out bots fast enough as they bring out 5-star batches. If they're bringing bots out every 2 months, that's 6 new bots a year. But they're bringing at least 3 batches out a year, which is 15 bots. So every year, there's 9 new 5-stars going into the game. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But I think maybe a bit of a bad choice on their part. And I think they need to rethink that strategy. Otherwise, we're just going over and reworking things time and time again. Really, and all these legacy bots that we've done are just going to be reworked.